What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to do a comic book review of Haunt, issue number 4, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. We begin this issue with Amanda at her job mourning the loss of her husband, Kurt. Her co-worker comes in and she just tells her, you just buried your husband. What are you doing here? You need to take a few days off. And Amanda tells her these third quarter budgets can't wait. The hospital will fall apart if I took so much as a week off. You know the shape we're in. But whatever it is, it's not a stable workplace. But she's mourning the loss of her husband, Kurt. These two men come in and they tell her, Amanda, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt your workday, but I'm gonna need you to come with us immediately. And she's like, okay, can I see some identification? And he shows this pistola, like, here's my identification. So Daniel enters Director Stantz's office and they look at this guy who's mutated in the room, studying him. So Director Stantz tells him, I want you to see this. This boy represents the years of Dr. Schillinger's research, the man Kurt killed on his mission. He was reanimating dead cells in cadavers, and he has stumbled upon this potential for eternal life, or at the very least a way to extend life. We sent Kurt in to extract him. Schillinger had been working for a militant group in Bolivia. He never told us that he began testing on human subjects. Apparently, he was moving things forward with his research. So this poor boy's life is ruined. Look at him. He took his humanitarian research and started to militarize it. I don't blame Kurt for what he did by killing Dr. Schillinger, but please make sure that he knows that. And Director Stantz continues, even though this boy is mutilated like crazy, I mean, he's as strong as 10 men, but the areas of his body grows, but he feels no pain. I shudder to think what could have happened if this were to fall in the wrong hands. The military applications for this technology are nearly limitless. So until we find Dr. Schillinger's notebook, you and Kurt's wife, Amanda, will not be safe. So Assistant Director Rose comes in and she tells Director Stantz that she's completed her analysis on the attack last night. So the guy, the interrogation for hire, the freelancer, he had a temporary passcodes that were somehow reinstated. She's looking into it as to why, but it's obvious whoever hired him to kill Mr. Kilgore had access to our system, so it looks like we have a mole in our hands. Very good, says Director Stantz. I trust the necessary steps have been taken to limit the flow of this information until our mole is detected. So Director Stantz gets a communication on intercom from those two men saying that they have Amanda in her custody and they're on their way back. But as they're driving on their way back with Amanda, they get annihilated, shot, hunted down. And speaking of which, Amanda gets kidnapped, dragged by her hair out of the car. So Daniel Kilgore has to turn into Hunt and go into action. As he runs out, goes up the elevator, into the parking lot, into the car, Kurt tells Daniel, let me handle this. Saving Amanda, I know what I'm doing, but let me handle this. And Daniel's like, okay, I think I'm gonna let you take control. This is where some secret CIA stuff comes in. So Director Stantz comes in on the communication screen and tells Daniel and Kurt, I assume Kurt has taken over. I'm not gonna fight this on you, says Dr. Stantz. Not Dr. Stantz, but Director Stantz. They're after Schillinger's notebook, which we do not have, so I'm at a loss as to what I hope you have a plan for. They've already given a location for the trade. Once you're out the garage, I will direct you. So they go, and this is like Fast and Furious, Image Comics, Haunt style. This is an awesome scene right here. And as we take a moment to admire this, if you're liking the content so far, you know what to do. Like this video and subscribe to Rated Comics. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. So as Daniel and Kurt Haunt arrive at the warehouse, he just makes an entry that will just, yeah, this is a gangster ass entry, that's all I got to say. And his ectoplasm takes the form of the suit, just takes a life of his own and decapitates this guy's head, and the man is like, good, whew, you're safe now. And that's what Hunt tells her. He unties her from the ropes and she gives him a hug. But keep in mind, one look at him and not knowing who he is, that should be quite a scare. But she's not scared. She looks at him like, well, you saved my life, but oh God, what are you? What is this about? They said they were looking for a notebook and they said I had it. I just don't understand. And then Kurt tells Daniel just to tell her, and Daniel tells her, well, this was all just a misunderstanding. It was a mix-up. It wasn't you they were after. They, says Amanda. And then that's when Cobra comes in like, I'm ready to do some action right now. And Kurt tells Daniel, do not underestimate him. And Cobra's like, at this time, I've come to kill you, and I won't leave until I kill you. So his suit takes over, fights. And keep in mind, I believe in the last issue, his blades are laced with poison. So now that his blades mixed with his ectoplasm suit come in, he cuts it off. And he tells him, get this crap off of me. It's not going to slow me down. I fought monsters worse than you. You think you could beat me? You think your powers are something special? I've killed more powerful agents than you, and I can murder you in my sleep. And because his blades that were laced with poison impacted him or encountered him or met him, now it slows down Hunt. He gets slow, tired, and weak. And as he tries to fight this off, his suit takes on a life of his own and just impacts right there. And yeah, I'm just gonna take a moment to admire. That's pretty sick art right there. And that is enough just to, go down for the count. Amanda goes and consoles him, and Hunt tells her, what are you doing? I told you to run. Or that's Daniel talking. And she tells him, you need to help. He realizes something's wrong with me. I'm feeling weird. I'm feeling sick. And Amanda tells her, it's okay. The men left. Save your strength. And that's when Director Stantz comes in with the group and tells her, hey, Amanda, we're the good guys. It's okay. We got it from here. So Daniel wakes up back at HQ. Amanda's in protective custody until they know that she is safe. So Director Stantz tells him that we told her that it's all a misunderstanding. She was somehow targeted by mistake, but she still had no clue as to Kurt's real life occupation, and she didn't recognize you. So it all worked out for the best, and we have to keep it that way. So the doctor does more tests on Daniel, and he tells him we're still at a loss to explain it, but your iron levels in your blood were severely depleted. Your lungs weren't absorbing enough oxygen. Your blood sugar was incredibly low when you were brought in. Your system was extremely drained, but everything seems to be returning slowly, but at least to normal, but at a slow rate. As far as we can tell, that suit is draining your power. I would advise you against using it long term. And Daniel's like, come on, don't give me this shit. But Director Stantz like, Daniel, I know you got a lot on your mind right now, but this all hinges on that notebook. Schillinger's notes records of his experience. We need it. They're after it. No one connected to Kurt is going to be safe until we locate it. Do you know anything? And Daniel's like, nothing. Kurt doesn't even know what we're talking about. And that girl, the one who came in earlier, I couldn't think of her name real quick, but the director Rhodes, she's at perplex and she doesn't understand. But meanwhile, Cobra, he's getting treated by this guy, Mr. Hurd, and he sustained considerable facial damage. He can't talk, but he can sure as hell listen, and Mr. Hurd is like, that will be enough. I do not accept failure, Mr. Cobra. You messed up, and I hope that you recognize that after years of loyal service, these last few days you failed me twice, and I can't but help feel I should have left you to die. Nevertheless, here you are. I made a considerable investment in you, and I plan to recoup that investment. But don't consider this a second chance, my friend. Make no mistake, this is your last chance. So as he leaves, this girl enters the room and tells Mr. Hurd, I know you don't want to be disturbed, but this seems important. There aren't exactly a lot of people who have your cell phone number. So he takes the phone and tells the girl over the phone, do you have any clue who you're speaking to? And this better be good. The person on the other end says, I have an idea how dangerous you are, but does the name Schillinger mean anything to you? And he's like, I'm listening. Good. I have the notebook you've been looking for. If you're looking to buy, I'm looking to sell. And this sexy, sexy daily agent tells him all this juicy information, and that's where we end this issue of Haunt. Issue number 4. What do you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. Like I said, I think this gets better and better, and I'm loving this so far. Link in description if you wish to buy this comic book to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry, and also don't forget to check out RatedComics.com to add some amazing comic books and Rated Comics exclusives to your comic book collection. This review is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, link in description or donate to the Super Thanks. But the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.